Right, hello everyone. I hope everybody had a nice Christmas and New Year. This is my first video in a while. I've been up the wall, minding the kids, Christmas holidays, and also, the trade in the markets haven't been, up in full swing really now, but I am in a few trades and that's what this video is about today. I just want to do a little, I just want to go over the trades I'm currently in, how I'm going to manage them. And also, I've got my eyes on a couple of other things I'm just going to quickly discuss. So let's just start by just going over where I am in my profit challenge. As you can see below, I've already discussed this sugar trade that I'm in a previous video. I'm still in. The spread killed me. It was like a $2,000 trade. The spread is the first time I've played a commodity trade on a prop firm account. So the spread was like $500 on a $2,000 trade, which is insane. And as you can see, look at the swaps. I'm currently over $400 just in swaps since the 18th of December. So my god, it adds up so quick. And I'm also in the Aussie USD short and a Euro USD short. Right, so let's just get into my trades quickly. Right, here's my sugar trade. I actually moved my stop on the sugar trade. Let me get my trade off here. On the daily. I've moved me stop up. And it was just before Christmas because I did get a good reaction to what I was wanting. So I'm on the 4 hour. Yeah, there's my stop just here. Me thinking is, me hoping is if this just come down, I'm going to get a reaction. Right, I'm not clear here. Yeah, if the price does come down, I'm hoping for a reaction and bounce upwards from around here. This pivot, if it goes lower than that, I'd say I'm anticipating an uptrend now. I think that we can forget about that for the time being. But I do feel okay about this trade. In the last 4 hour candle, we have a bit of reaction today upwards, which is a bit, not a bad thing, pretty good. So yeah, hopefully, what I'm hoping to see now is the price over the next coming days to clear this high here. I think we might run into a bit of resistance up at this zone here, supply zone. But let me see on the weekly. On the weekly, it doesn't look too bad. This zone here that I've marked out, that was the daily zone then. What does look insane and might have a bit of, looks like a pretty strong battle is this zone here. Because look at that explosive candle downwards. Look at that, 3 of them, 4 weekly candles, bam 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 bam, 5 if you include that. So that is where I'd be up here. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to keep hold of that trade, although the spread is killing me. The swap, sorry. So I'm just going to ride that out and see what happens, fingers crossed. Right, let's get onto the Aussie USD. Right, so the Aussie USD, I'm currently up $430. And the daily, let's get up my stop. Again, my stop is too wide. I do believe a little bit too wide. That says on the weekly. I'll tell you why I put it. I originally had my stop around. It was lower. I think it was around roughly here. Let me just explain why I moved it higher. Let's get rid of that. This little gap here. Let me see. The Aussie. Let me just show you on this chart. This gap. See this? I've marked it with the circle. So this is why my stop was lower, and then I placed the trade, and I'm like, oh no, shit. Look at this here. This little gap. So these gaps, they act sort of like magnets for price action. So this gap here has the unfulfilled orders, and it things do can price can be sucked like they act like a magnet. Price can come back here, potentially fill these orders, and then continue downwards. So I just moved me stop up. I didn't close the trade, which I maybe should have. I should have closed it, reopened it, or should have closed it and waited for come up with a new entry point. I didn't. I just extended, moved me stop upwards, which might be in hindsight not the greatest thing to do. But anyway, I'm still in the trade. Like I say, I'm $400 and odd dollars up. Let me just break it down. What I'm hoping to see. Let's go to the daily again. This is the zone I had marked out here. Let me just expand that. This zone here. Why is that like that? Right, this is the zone I had marked out. My stop is roughly up here now, which is got quite a lot of leeway anyway, but we got the reaction. A little bit of a reaction anyway on this supply zone. Again, I'm hoping to come down. We got a small gap here on the daily chart, so again I do feel like the price will come down at least to here, fill these unfulfilled orders. But this is the zone I'm looking at. We could run into some resistance here. Lovely zone. You got indecisive candles and then two explosive candles, clean outwards. So yeah, I do feel like I could run into a bit of resistance here. Also, what I'm thinking is, this looks like here there could be the start of a head and shoulders pattern. We got a left shoulder here, the head. So we could come into this zone, come back out and start to form a head and shoulders. So yeah, but forgetting that, if we go through this zone, I would say the next we'd come into more resistance here, and also like ideally in a perfect world I'll make it down here. The price will make it down here, and that would be a really good result, but we'll have to wait and see. So look on the 4 hour. Oh, big mess. So yeah, that's the Aussie. Right, it's gone up to actually $500 now. Hopefully it continues on its way down. Right, the Euro USD. Right, as you can see, I'm roughly just under $900 up so far. Let's switch to the futures. Right, this is the weekly. Go to the daily, and it's better. Again, this is the zone I marked out here. Let me stop. As again, there's quite a lot of leeway. I would like to tighten that up a little bit. If we continue downwards, I will tighten that up. But anyway, look, we got the reaction from the zone. It has come downwards like I hoped, but on the way up, down today from the open, it's created a gap here, a price gap. So you know, the price might come back up for this and hopefully continue downwards. But yeah, it's just something to be mindful of, keep an eye on the gap there in place. We also have a very, very small gap here, so I think that it'll come down and fill that. Again, this is the zone where I'm looking at, where I think there could be some resistance. In an ideal world, I'm going to come down here, or maybe even lower, into this one just here. Yeah, but again, two things I've made a mistake on with these USD trades is me stops were a little bit too wide, I would say. So my risk to reward ratio is not too great. Like if the price does come down on the euro to like ideally I'm always looking for at least a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio, and I'm not going to get 2 to 1 if it hits resistance and comes back up here. I need to be getting down to like down here. It is possible, but it could have been a little bit tighter. It could have been a bit a little bit smarter. So anyway, that's just a little quick recap. And quickly, right. Me equity, me floating equity right now is 104,000. So I'm still way away, a long way away to passing the challenge. Yeah. So I've just got to be really patient. That's what I'm really struggling with. Patience. And not jumping into all these trades that are sort of half like that look semi decent. I need to stay patient and very disciplined. I'm finding that really hard. But there we go. Let me just quickly go over a few trades that I like the look of. Like, I just want to quickly just talk about this Swiss franc USD. Oh my god, I wish it was in this. It is unreal. Let me tell you why. Look at this. Now, I opted to go into the Aussie and the Euro, but like in hindsight, I'm looking at this thinking, why didn't I get into the Swiss? Let me tell you why I like this better. It's just the look at the gaps. Ginormous gap, and there's no like doesn't look like there's any resistance, no zones all the way until down here. It just looks like that's going to be potentially a pretty smooth just a falling drop in price. Look at this, my goodness, look at that, absolutely looks unreal. Yeah, so although I do quite like my Aussie and the Euro are pretty good, yeah, I'm looking, I'm pretty happy with them. I can't really complain. This is the one. So for anyone out there now on this trade, well done. I think you're gonna come good. Look at that, my word. Yeah, so anyway, let's just get into, I've got a few stocks I've got my eye on. I think I might have already discussed some of these in previous videos. When it comes to stocks, I like to go on the weekly chart. There's matter. I look at this. Oops. Right, I like the matter chart. This is the zone I've actually marked out. Just here. We got the legs in and the indecisive candle, and then this is on the weekly, remember? So these are really, really strong candles. Absolutely exploded out of that zone. The only thing that does sort of concern me with this would be, at this zone in particular, is like, this is a reactory zone from here. So at first we got the move, and also we got the move, price come up, pause, and then explodes out. So that just means this zone is a little bit weaker than if it was nice and fresh. So it's not fresh, it's already had 3 reactions from there, which probably, looking at it, and probably would skip this, because that'll be like, I'm wanting a fourth reaction, a reaction on the 4th time of asking, which these get weaker and weaker, you see, these zones, the more price action reactions we've had from it. So yeah, I think I would probably be best waiting for this nice zone here, the price to come deeper. If I want to actually, when the time comes, if the price does come that low, I will drill down on the daily chart, but I don't know. It's potentially this zone. Yeah, like Netflix, I've had my eye on for a while now. I really like this. So we've cleared this zone that is marked out. I originally said I wanted to jump in here, but then on further thought, I thought to myself, you know what, this is where the zone begins, look at that for his reaction, wait for it to come deeper. So I actually have an alert set for around $88. But I probably would try and get in around the $87 mark, which would be roughly around here. That would be my zone. I would probably, I really like the look of Netflix. The only thing that I don't like the look of is this here, the earning report on when is that? The 20th of Jan. Like, I do not want to be in that trade. Any trade just before, during, during earnings report, because, depending on the report, a profit's up, a profit's down, revenue up, revenue down, then they can just absolutely fly in either direction, just stop you out very easily. So yeah, ideally I would like to get in this trade as soon as, just so I've got time to let it run before I'd get out, probably on the Monday the 19th, or early on Tuesday before the report's released. I'm not sure exactly what time that is right now, but yeah, but barring that, I would like to get in, a few hours afterwards, as long as I'm as long as all like the zone and my rules are all met. So yeah, Netflix looks pretty good, and Ferrari looks awesome. Right, look at this. Right, so this is Ferrari on the weekly. This is my zone I've marked out. I wouldn't actually enter here, but probably let it come a little bit deeper. But yeah, look at this. Here's my zone, and then look at that. That's an absolutely humdinger of a candle. Look at that. Lots of follow through, and it's fresh. It's a fresh zone. So we got that, the original move, and then nothing since really. So yeah, this is a much better zone than the Meta. So yeah, I've got my eye on that. But what's also great is look at the monthly chart. Again, it's a major candle on the monthly. We got the big gap here, price gap on the monthly. So we've sort of filled that almost completely, not quite. Like I said before, these gaps, they're like magnets for price action. The price will come back and fulfill and fill all the unfulfilled orders. So yeah, this is exactly what's happening here. So yeah, hopefully I'm looking for a bit more of a dip, and then I'm getting in on that, no doubt. What else can we look at? Crude oil I quite like the look of, but I've been like waiting for a while with that now. Let's go on the monthly chart. Here, roughly the $52 mark. I could even way lower, getting around the 50.5 mark. So that's something. I'm not sure the price will come that deep though. We'll wait and see. Heating oil. Again, it's just something else I've had my eye on for a little while. I'm not going to go into that right now. It's a bit messy. So basically that's it, guys. I do have other zones set out for pretty much everything, but the price is just so far away from where I just think, it's pointless me even discussing them. But yeah, with Netflix, we're not far off. Look, we've got some movement downwards today as well. Like the pre-market. Oh no, pre-market's gone up a touch. But yeah, so anyway, sorry for waffling on a little bit. So listen, if anyone does watch this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It would be a really big help. I'd like to get more and more eyes on this, and hopefully I can provide, you can follow my journey and me hopefully becoming a profitable trader. So listen, sorry for waffling on a little bit. Peace out. Take it easy. Have a nice day. Bye.